Hello, and welcome back to Let's Replay Mystery Case Files Ravenhearst. I'm MCFPapa, and this is part 9. Now, one thing that I don't get is why, after this journal entry, why don't they have the nursery be a location you visit in this level? The nursery isn't till a later level, I think the one after this one. But why did they do it that way? Why didn't they design it so it was immediately following the entry dedicated to it? I don't... Oh, by the way, something I haven't talked about yet in this game is, in a way it's influential, is how this is the first time the Mystery Case Files theme got remixed into something else. This game's version of the theme is pretty good. And it definitely has more of a creepy atmosphere to it, which is very fitting for this game. Kinda like, even just from the title screen, you realize that this game's a shift from, like, the more standard themes of Huntsville and Prime Suspects, which are both based around, like, cities, with Huntsville being, like, a small town, Prime Suspects being a New York type city. Hey, it's the bicycle pump which we use in 13th Skull to pump up the life raft to get over to one of the cannons. Oh, and now here it's fitting too that, like, you have the master bedroom to visit and the wardrobe. And even though this wardrobe shows up in the level after the one with the master bathroom, the wardrobe reappears later on, but the master bathroom doesn't. This room is pretty cluttered, like the greenhouse was, but I don't seem to have as much issue with the wardrobe. I think that's maybe because some of the items are a lot bigger, especially on the floor. Like that fire hose was huge. I do like the mirror in this scene, which is like has a ghostly woman in, and the creepy baby that was also in the Tunnel of Terror and Prime Suspects. But even the key itself for this location is a ghostly apparition in the mirror. It's a nice theming there. Oh man. My eyes like passed over that hand so many times, but I didn't pick up on that it was a hand. I thought it was just like some metal sword or something that was bent. I assume that maybe this dress here is the one Charles used for Emma's dream. Does this room actually match? Not really. It doesn't match the drawing that much. I guess you could argue like this part here was the cabinet as shown in the drawing. But I see the nuclear warhead Charles has hidden away. Why didn't he ever use it in any of his schemes in these games? I don't know. He could have gotten away with a lot more if he had decided to threaten people with a nuke. Maybe because there's so much junk cluttered in this house, maybe he forgot he had it, so it just got buried back here. Oh well, I guess forget the snake and the lion. I must have jinxed myself by saying, oh, I usually have a much easier time with this one. And I couldn't find either of the items. Something interesting is that mask is very reminiscent of the ones used in Fate's Carnival. For in the bonus game, you needed to find those and put them up to unlock like some pillars by Madame Fate's tomb. I assume these are like scratches Emma had drawn on the wall. I don't know like what they mean. Really, like 6 decades he's kept her locked up. I don't know, because it's been a lot longer than that. Probably doesn't have any meaning, it's just decoration like so much else in these scenes. that snake was used in the abandoned hospital in Prime Suspects, but it was yellow. And it was also used in Dr. Goodwell's location in Madame Fate. Oh, it's stormy in this guest bathroom too. I didn't pick up on that. One good thing I will say about doing like the same entry and guest bathroom scenes so many times in this game is it makes them much easier to get through than the wardrobe was. Yeah, I knew that was a bottom one. Just from its shape, and I just couldn't place it. And now that they're scared of Charles, Charles is being drawn in a very much more creepy way than how he was at the beginning, where he's drawn all dreamy. Entry 17, August 4th. Poison? I'm not sure what is happening. It takes all my energy to sit and write here. Rose claims I've been falling into and out of consciousness at the most odd times. I have yet to feel any better, and now we know why. Rose was tidying the house and she saw Charles in the kitchen. He had just finished preparing my dinner. All he does after spending his time affixing random items to doors inside the house. She swears she saw a bottle in his pocket labeled phosphorus white. At first she thought it was part of his unusual contraptions, but we have since found it to be a key ingredient is poison. Is Charles trying to poison me? No, really? Like, why would Emma even need to question that? Like I said, she's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And I do like the reference to explain why they're like the super puzzles all over. Though it is kinda interesting that they just explain it as Charles fixing random objects to doors in this game, whereas in like Escape from Ravenhearst, it's because he learned from Alistair how to create locks to bind people's souls. it's more like a wasp or something than a fly. I like, though, this mouse running along the rope, but you can actually find the rope and collect it, so the mouse is running along nothing. And now we unlock the nursery when we could have done it and should have done it in the previous level. Now, most of the puzzles are super puzzles, but this one is another one that's just more of a themed around one puzzle. Although I do like this for making use of the, like, you're finding objects to solve it, and I honestly forgot what the last object was, but it's very fitting, but it's still different from like normal hidden object gameplay. Okay. I was having trouble finding the first bug. That wasn't the target? I thought that was the target you had to find. Oh well. Skip this one again. I guess I just need to be silent and pay attention better. There. Alright. It's weird though how many of the similar items were used in that one. I forget, but I think you can just push them faster and you don't need to wait for the baby's animation. And here's what the nursery looks like. You better enjoy its image on the map here, because this is the only time you visit it. Now there's 2 more levels after this. They could have squeezed it in again, I think. I don't know why you would ever have your kids in a room with a horribly creepy guard or judge like that watching over them. That's one way to give your kids easy trauma. There's even creepy, like, ghostly babies crying in this scene. Sheesh. And like a music box or something playing. Very unsettling. Good atmosphere, but very creepy. Ooh, we also get the theater, or as it's spelled here, the theatra. I do like how there's like a movie within the movie and it's the same location, but there are actually objects to find in the other movie on screen. Again, though, I'm not sure how Charles was able to build like a whole movie theater section when, like, 1895, there weren't even like really movies around, were there? Oh, Scorpion, of course, right by where my pointer was. And I like the watch positioned above the screen like it's a more larger clock. That's a pretty clever hiding spot. I forget what the person looks like, but it's some woman, I think, under the skull head in this scene. And the suit of armor is wearing a necktie of all things. That's a cute little ram. It's weird having something so cute in a game like this with so much scary going on. Oh yeah, the duck's actually hanging from the ceiling. Like it's a chandelier or something. Though I guess by game room they mean both like games to play and game they hunted. Like there's a moose head there. But then, what's the taxidermy room for? Maybe, I guess maybe that's just a coincidence. Again, though, this is like so many levels that are just one location on the first floor to visit. Pretty weird. Okay. Yeah, my mouse must be going on this that I'm using, because, like, it once again just teleported my cursor all the way to the upper right of the screen. I don't know why. Oh, there's the creepy judge here in this location, too. I don't know what it's supposed to be for. Like, where would you ever want, like, a creepy judge puppet? I don't know. Now in this picture, Rose seems really creeped out. And, like, at this point, they know they need to get out of the house, but for some reason, they still want to take the time to draw highly detailed drawings. Emma's diary? Okay. Really needed to also take the time to make sure to draw Rose as scared as possible. Entry 18, August 5th. Must flee. Is Charles trying to murder me? Am I absurd to ask myself such a question? I have felt so incredibly terrible, and I'm rarely sure if I'm awake or dreaming any longer. Can I trust myself? Rose believes she is correct. She says he has been keeping me here by making me sick. Charles has slowly fallen into his own delusional sickness. How could I have trusted him? We must leave. It's very clear his madness will take our lives if we stay. Escape from this cursed home where I have known nothing but illness and fear. Charles will kill us if we do not flee this place at once. Yet you still take the time to write and draw in your notebook. Smart, ain't it? Anyway, that'll do it for this part. Like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time. We're almost done with this game.